Hi, everybody from East Central High School at St. Leon, Indiana. Welcome to Spartan Football. The number 10 ranked team in Indiana high school football is tonight's opponent as the Connersville Spartans meet East Central's Trojan at Trojan Field. Hi, everybody, with Justin Roberts. This is Fran Schimmel, and we are just minutes away from the opening kickoff of this game at East Central, being brought to you on TV3. And our sponsors that are happy to be supporters of the Spartans include American Heritage Realty. Buying or selling, see American Heritage first. Reed Health Connersville, we are here to help you. George's Pharmacy and Medical Equipment, free delivery. The number to call, 825-6251. Don's Auto Sales and Tires, major brand tires at very reasonable prices. Edward Jones, financial advisor, making sense of investing. This Spartan game on TV3 is also brought to you by SCN Bank, building stronger communities, one great local event at a time. Foes Flooring, a wide selection of quality flooring plus expert installation. Mancino's Pizza and Grinders, a great place to eat in Connersville. Try a Spartan Classic. By Urban Winkler Funeral Home. Call 825-1761 or 458-0745. Ask about pre-planning services. Wilson Lawson Myers Insurance Agency, an independent agency representing numerous companies for your every need. And Eye Center of Connersville, complete eye care for every member of your family. A cold, clear night here at East Central, and windy too, we might throw that in. We have had the meeting of the co-captains in the center circle with the officials, and we are about to get the signal as to who won the toss and who will receive the first kickoff. East Central is the biggest school that the Spartans will play in the Eastern Indiana Athletic Conference.
That's number 90, Jules Rukers.
And it will be East Central kicking off to the Spartans as we open this ball game. East Central has a roster of 127 players. Can you believe it? East Central, of course, in their home uniforms, black jerseys, white pants. Spartans in their traveling uniforms of red pants and white jerseys. Here we go, and it will be sailing downfield, taken by a Spartan as he comes to the near center. Gavin Lynch took the opening kickoff, and he has returned the ball to around the 20. Let's see where they spot it. It will be 1st and 10 for the Spartans at their own 21. Gavin Lynch returned the ball as he does all the kickoffs. Spartans huddle. Let's see what the play is when they come out and begin this ball game. Pretty good crowd of Spartan fans here tonight. Of course, East Central with the 6-0 record have a lot of folks out here to see them play. Adam Kelly at the spot for the Spartans comes forward and only picks up about a yard.
Not much of a gain.
They'll spot the ball here in just a second as they umpire. A gain of about 1, we'll call it, so a 2nd and 9 for Connersville. Game just underway, and again, a big welcome to you to TV3 in tonight's ball game.
2nd and 9.
Game number 7 of the 9-game regular season for high school football. Oh, there's a delay in the game right now. Okay, here we go. Everybody's set. Kelly, number 2, hands off the football.
That's number 2. Adam Kelly, the quarterback, keeps it.
No, he did not hand off. I thought he did, but he kept the football and maybe moved the yard marker about another yard, so it's going to be,
number 22, Hunter's son.
we'll call it third
Okay,
and
makes it 3rd and 9.
a long 9. East Central comes into this ball game undefeated, leading, of course, the Eastern Indiana Athletic Conference, and as we mentioned, they are ranked number 10 in all the Indiana football teams. Kelly rolls out, fires a pass that is deflected, and 4th down and a punting situation for Connersville coming up.
Blocked. Swatted by number 62, Gage Erdl. Brings up a 4th and 9. Ball on the Spartan 23.
Spartan deep in their own territory. Here is Cole Martin in to do the punting. So East Central is about to get this ball game for football for the first time. Getting ready for the snap is Martin. Here comes snap high and short. Comes down at the Connersville 49. So that's where the Trojans will take over, and now here comes their offensive squad. This is a artificial turf football field. So 1st and 10. It'll be at the 48-yard line is where the official spotted. Connersville's 48. The Trojans with a 4.2 defensive average. On offense, they average 35.3. They go to work. Receivers wide to the left, man in motion. Here's a snap from center. Right up to the middle, and a gain of about 4 to around the 45-yard line is where the ball is spotted.
And on the stop, number 67, Alex Fox.
The 2nd down and 6 for a 1st and 10 for East Central. They're in Spartan territory. Again, receivers to both sides. Here's a snap from center, man getting loose, and Spartans real close. They bring the tackler, the ball carrier down to around the 40-yard line.
Tackle made by number 9.
But it's going to be 3. Nope, now they're signaling 1st and 10.
That's good enough for a Trojan.
Trojans in the huddle.
1st and 10 Trojans, ball at the Spartan 38.
Their quarterback is Ryan Bond. He's a junior at 5'10". He will fire a pass that is complete on the far side.
Bond's pass complete to number 10, Trevor Becker.
Good for a 1st and 10.
9 makes it 2nd and 1.
No score in the ball game. We're in the first quarter, just underway.
Braden Jones.
Trojan ball. First time they've had it in this game. There's a man getting loose for big yardage and running to the near side and gets into the end zone.
Touchdown, East Central! Number 13, Jake Fike rushes 29 yards into the end zone.
Trojans will.
Correction, no touchdown.
No, it's just short of the touchdown. The officials finally placed the ball near the 1-yard line. So it'll be a 1st and goal for East Central. Pass complete and a big run does the story.
Ball goes number 13, Jake Fike.
Short gain on the play as they're getting ready for a 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Ball placed on the 1 yard line of Connersville. He'll come with the play. Carried into the end zone.
Touchdown,
Taken by Jake Fike as he gets the ball into the end zone and puts the Trojans up 6-0.
Versus 1 yard into the end zone.
7:39 on the first quarter clock with the Trojans hitting the Spartans end zone. Here's the point after try. Holding the ball will be Ryan Bond, the quarterback. Snap from center, on its way. And it's good.
Extra point attempt, number 48.
And they go up by
Sophie Brownback is good. 7 minutes,
6-0 score.
Trojans 7.
Trojans score early in this game on their first time to be on the offense. George's Pharmacy and Medical Equipment welcomes you to stop by our Connersville location at 330 East 5th Street. George's is proud to offer you friendly hometown service and the convenience of free delivery. Also, our medical equipment staff is there to help with whatever you need. George's Floral and Gifts has that special something for any occasion. Birthdays, weddings, bereavement, any special something. George's, we are here for you. 765-825-6251. Here comes the Trojan kickoff. See if the Spartans can get into the Trojan end zone and tie this ball game up. Here's the kick. It's a short one. It'll be taken at around the 25-yard line. Spartans will take over. They will see where they spot the ball. Like at about the 24.
Picked up by Braden Jones. Stopped immediately.
Trojans have the lead of 7-0. Spartans for the second time will be giving a try to get into the end zone. On the scoreboard, it shows a 7-0 score with 7:35 to go in the first quarter. Here's the play by the Spartans. Short gain, that is a pickup of 3 yards. We'll call it 2nd and 7. Evan Schaefer, number 9 of the Spartans, moves the ball up to the 25-yard line. Here we go. Kelly calls the shot. Boy, and a bunch of defenders of East Central move in on the ball carrier. It's going to be a 3rd and about 7 for the Spartans. Kelly calls out the signals. No, he stops. Looks over his offense. And of course checks the defense of East Central. Kelly fires a pass that will be incomplete at the 40-yard line.
Kelly's pass incomplete, intended for.
Okay, 4th and long coming up for the Spartans. Another punting situation.
Braxton Myers brings up 4th and 7.
We're in the first quarter here tonight. 6:11 to play at the East Central Trojan Field. And Trojans are about to get the football for the second time tonight. A low snap from center and a high punt that will come down at the 50-yard line. Loose ball. but it's recovered by a Trojan before a Spartan can also fall on it. It was Chad Owens who thought he had the football.
Connersville punt goes out of bounds at the East Central 48.
Be at the
First and 10 Trojans.
49-yard line, 1st and 10 for East Central, and that's where they began their first drive. No, the official's going to move the ball now into East Central territory at the 47. So the Trojans get the football for the second time tonight. 6 minutes to go in the opening quarter. There's a handoff to Fike, number 13 of East Central. He's the real workhorse.
With the carry.
Picks up enough yardage, 1st and 10, as it is into Connersville territory, and it will be placed at the...
Number 9, Evan Schaefer in on the tackle for the Spartans. 1st and 10 Trojans.
1st and 10 for the Trojans. Quarterback Bond fires a long pass. That will be incomplete. Nice defense by the Spartans. Good defense by Connersville on that pass. It will be 2nd and 10 for the Trojans at the Spartans 40-yard line.
2nd and 10.
Here come the Trojans breaking from the huddle. And the pass coming up here as Bond rolls to his right, fires a pass. He's got a man at the 35-yard line of Connersville.
That's to number 10, Trevor Becker. Correction, caught, but caught out of bounds. Brings up 3rd and 10.
No, now the official's rule was out of bounds when he caught the pass, and that's 3rd and 10 for East Central at the 40-yard line of Connersville. And they're up 7-0 in this ball game. A little over 5 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Bond rolls for a pass and has got a man on the far side.
Number 25, Mac.
Going to be inside the 10-yard line, I believe. Let's see what they place it. Big pass by the Trojans. See what they spotted. It'll be 1st and goal inside the 10. Trojan goes forward, gets a touchdown.
Touchdown, East Central.
That one coming with 6 minutes and 3 seconds to be played in the opening period as the second touchdown of the night for the Trojans. Fike again, the workhorse of his team, scores the touchdown to make it 13-0. Here is the point after try coming. There's a boot. Looks good, and it is. And it puts the score at 14-0 here in the opening period at East Central, as the Trojans have scored on each possession that they've had and are ahead 14-0. You'll find the answer to your every flooring need at Foles Flooring at 301 Beach Street in Connersville. Yes, Foles Flooring has a large selection of carpet and tile, also vinyl and laminates, luxury vinyl tiles, and hardwoods. You will be receiving a free estimate on your choice of flooring, plus expert installation. Their friendly staff will help you through the entire process. Foles Flooring also provides bathroom upgrades, remodeling, and custom shower systems. They're at 301 Beach Street, Connersville. 765-692-0800 is the phone number. For the third time tonight, East Central will be kicking off to the Spartans. Spartans haven't been able to get into East Central territory yet tonight. Here's the receiver coming to the near side and pushed out of bounds around the 25. It will be at the 25-yard line of Connersville as the Spartans take over.
Gavin Lynch with the return. Push out of bounds by number 49.
Well, the Spartans trying to find the secret to getting beyond this defense of East Central. As we mentioned earlier, they've only allowed 4.2 points a game defensive average in their games.
Kelly's pass incomplete. Intended for number 3, Chad
Pass
Owens.
to the far side, and it is incomplete, so it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Spartans. East Central with good defense when the team is rushing and also when they're passing. We're seeing them tonight. It's easy to understand why this team is 6-0 on the season. Here we go, 2nd and 10 from the Spartans in their own territory. Just under 5 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Kelly, a snap from center, which is a little bit low. Fires long and incomplete as that pass by Adam was intended for Braxton Myers.
Number 27.
Now it's 3rd down coming up for the Spartans.
Along with number 26, Andrew Strewing.
Spartans huddle talking over the play.
3rd and 10. Ball on the Connersville 25.
Now the Spartans ready to go to work here. Adam calls the signals. Got men wide both ways. Miscue on the play. Let's see if the official rule. Walk off against the Spartans.
Back the Spartans up 5 yards. 3rd and 15.
So 3rd down and 15. Kelly comes to the sideline to get the play. Adam again checks his defense, the defense of East Central. Now being chased, going to be thrown for a loss inside the 10-yard line.
Number 62, Gage Erdo.
4th down
Number
coming
9.
up for the Spartans and
That's a
another
sack.
punt. Here comes Cole Martin in from the sidelines. So the Spartans about to give up the football again. Down in this ball game by a score of 14-0. Little over 4 minutes left to go in the first period. Martin ready to do the punting. Kicks from the end zone. And a high sparring coming down around the 35-yard line. So the Trojans, good field position as they begin to go to work in Connersville territory. See where the refs finally place the football. Around the 30, I believe. Let's see where they finally decide. It'll be at the flag's going to be at the 27-yard line of Connersville with East Central in control. There's a snap from center. Ball carrier runs to the far side. Finally dropped after a pickup of a few yards. No, they're going to pick up not a few. It's going to pick up 8. It's going to be 2nd and 2 in Connersville territory. Well, Okay, Trojans about to snap the ball. Tight formation this time. A guy breaks loose, gets into, picks up enough yardage for a 1st and 10.
And on the tackle, number 36.
Around the 18-yard line.
Gain of about 5. 1st and 10 Trojans, ball in the Connersville 14.
Trojans here threatened for the 3rd time tonight. Under center, quarterback Bond. He runs to the near side, fires the ball into the end zone. Pass complete. And Trojans have scored each time they get the football.
Touchdown East Central.
They go up now 20-0 and ready for the extra point try. Two minutes and 30 seconds show on the first quarter clock here tonight. There's the point after, and
extra point attempt.
It's perfect.
48, Sophie Browndyke is good.
So that puts the score at East Central 21 and the Spartans. As we say, 2.5 minutes left to play in the opening quarter here at East Central. Now in its 43rd year of assisting buyers and sellers of residential, farm, and commercial properties in all of East Central Indiana is American Heritage Realty. American Heritage Realty staff of knowledgeable and experienced real estate brokers is ready to provide you with expert advice when you're buying or selling real estate. American Heritage Realty is located at 603 West 30th Street in Connersville. The phone number is 765-825-1103.
48.
That's 765-825-1103. Everyone at American Heritage Realty says, good luck, Spartans. Well, another kickoff by East Central coming up for the Spartans. This will be number 4. Back is Gavin Lynch, deep receiver, and here's the kickoff. And it's around the 30-yard line.
Gavin Lynch with the kickoff return.
So for the 4th time, the Spartans go to work here and
on the tackle
see if they can penetrate this defense of East Central. As we pointed out, they have 127 kids on their roster.
On their own 27.
And they play quite a few. Well, let's see if the Spartans have better luck this time. A little over 2 minutes to go in the opening period. Here's Kelly, pitches out to a teammate on the far side, and he is going to lose yardage on the play, about 3. So it's going to be a 2nd and 13 for Connersville. Tough defense the Spartans are facing tonight, as the other 6 teams that Eastfield has met this season find out. Spartans go to work.
2nd and 13.
Just under 2 minutes left to play in the opening quarter. Snap from center. Adam being rushed, finally gets the pass off, and it's to Shadow, and it'll be short of the 1st and 10. It's going to be a 3rd down coming up, and Spartans will need about 4.5. Quickly out of the huddle comes CHS.
3rd and 5.
Here comes the snap. No, here's a flag thrown. Not sure what that's all
Ladies
about.
and gentlemen, there's a blue focus.
Gonna mark yardage. Oh, it's against East Central.
Once again,
The Spartans pick up
Blue,
5 yards
lights
here.
on behind the press box.
And they'll move the chains a little bit. Let's see, it will be 3rd down for Connersville. Ball is placed at the 37-yard line of Connersville. 3rd for the Spartans. Nothing is in the 1st and 10. Good. We are in the final seconds of the first quarter. Spartans quickly break from the huddle. Hope to keep that offense of East Central off the field. It's the 1st and 10 for them. Man in motion is Lynch. Takes the ball on the handoff, cuts the corner, and boy, he's met by a lot of guys in white and black. In fact, he lost a couple of yards. It's going to be a second for the Spartans. We'll call it 2nd and 12.
2nd and 13.
We're in the final seconds. Not sure if we'll get another play in or not. Spartans are still in the huddle, and we won't. We are at the end of the first period of tonight's ball game at East Central, and the home team has a 21-0 lead over Connersville.
That's the end of the first quarter.
At the end of the first period of play, it's been a lot of Trojan offense here we've seen tonight in this game. 21 East Central, nothing Connersville at the first break. It is events like this game that make our community such a great place in which to live, work, and play. All of us at FCN Bank applaud the CHS Spartans for their hard work and dedication. Thank you for reminding us once again why we all choose to call this place home. FCN, building stronger communities, one great local event at a time. Go CHS Spartans. Good luck. FCN Bank member FDIC. Teams change directions here in this game as the Spartans now will be going for the east goal. Spartans with the football, a 2nd down.
2nd and 13.
And
Second quarter.
13 for a 1st and 10. The Spartans have not gotten out of their own territory tonight. Here's a ball that is intercepted by East Central and quickly into the end zone. Now let's see what the officials rule.
Pass blocked and intercepted by number 46, Gabe Patton.
Let's see what is going to result here in this ball game. Opening minute of the second quarter. Ball is placed down at the 10-yard line. And it will be, I think the officials are ruling here. It's going to be East Central ball. Yeah. It was batted up in the air as the ball was intended for a Spartan. And now East Central is at the Connersville 10-yard line on the interception. Ball is fired to a man on opening on the near side, and he scampers into the end zone for another touchdown. That's Andrew Stirring, a senior here at East Central. Boy, that will be coming with 11:41 left to go in the first half. Took all of a few seconds, as the opening play of the second quarter by the Spartans was a pass attempt, intercepted, and on the second play, run into the end zone. So 11:41, first half is the time remaining, and the score jumps up to 27-0.
Extra point attempt, number 48, Sophie Brown.
Gets into the end zone, and that puts the Trojans up 28-3, 28-0, the Spartans, and they are getting ready for the extra kickoff, or 28-3 is the score right now. 28-0 is the score right now. I keep wanting to give the Spartans some points, but no problem there. So 28-0 with 11:41 to go in the first half. Trojans in the lead, getting ready for another kickoff by the Spartans. Okay, here we go as the Trojan kicker places the ball on the 40-yard line. And all Trojans here tonight so far. Here's the kick coming. It's a long one. It will be taken by Lynch at the 5-yard line. He's on the far sidelines. Pretty good run back by Gavin. See where they spot the football.
Return by number 15, Gavin Lynch.
Yeah, the Spartans on offense go to work again. See what happens this time. Ball placed around the 30-yard line, maybe inside the 30. Let's see where they finally spot the ball. This is going to be around the 26-yard line, 27.
First and 10, Connorsville.
28-0 is the score in this ball game. We're in just opening the second quarter. Kelly calls the signals, takes the ball, finds the hole, comes up to the middle, gets around the 30-yard line.
Hit by number 33, Cole Veal.
Be second down for the Spartans, 2nd and 6. In their own territory, trailing 4 touchdowns,
Gain of 4,
4 extra points.
2nd and 6.
Kelly comes to the sidelines, gets the call. Here come the Spartans trying to dent that defense of East Central. That's a tough job, as any team that's played the Trojans has found out. Here's a pass to the near side intended for Chad Owen, which was incomplete.
3, Chad Owens.
Now 3rd down for the Spartans.
Defending for the Trojans, number 26, Andrew Strewing. Makes it 3rd and 6.
Spartans need 6 yards to keep control of the football. In the huddle right now, talking over the play. Let's see what develops this time. Here's a bad snap from center, and a pile up, and Spartans going to face a 4th down now. Another punting situation coming up.
Recovers the ball.
Ball placed down. Let's see. 27-yard line. Cole Martin back to punt again. Now a stop in the action. Let's see what the
Timeout. Connorsville.
Spartans will call for the timeout, the first timeout of this ball game here tonight. Down 28-0 are the Spartans. We're in the opening minutes of the second quarter. The place to eat in Connersville is Mancino's Pizza and Grinders, 303 West 30th Street. Dine inside or carry out, at home or where you work. Delivery from Mancino's is always free. The number to call, 825-6155. Choose from a large menu, and there's a special youngsters menu. Choose the house specialty, the Great Spartan Classic. Enjoy the sports atmosphere by viewing all the Spartan sports memorabilia. Mancino's Pizza and Grinders at 303 West 30th Street. Open daily, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. The phone number 825-6155. A proud Spartan booster. Fourth down for the Spartans means another punting situation, and this one is partially blocked and comes down at the 40-yard line. Taken by number 7 of the team here at East Central. That's Devin Donoweth. And he returns the ball to the 45-yard line. There are penalty flags down. See what the officials decide on this. Stopping the action. 9:44 to go in the first half. The officials conferring here. Now they are picking up the penalty flags. Marking off yardage against CHS. Ball goes into Connersville territory, put down at the 40-yard line. So a big walk-off against the Connersville Spartans. Here we go. It'll be first and 10 for East Central. The ball at the East Central 40-yard line. Snap from center. Bond fires long, and it will be almost intercepted by a Spartan. Oh, there's a penalty flag down. It's going to be interference.
For 15, Trey Werner.
Well, nothing going right here for the Spartans tonight. See what the refs decide here. Spartans will start to walk backwards. Let's see what the refs decide. They're standing around the 49-yard line.
Penalty on Connersville.
Spartan penalty coming up here. Well, East Central about to put the ball in play at the Connersville 49. Here's the ball carrier running to the far side, getting to the Spartan defense and picking up more than he needs for a first and 10.
Hunter Sturgeon.
They will put the ball in Spartan territory at the 35-yard line. First and 10 for East Central. Up in this ball game, 28-0. We're in the first half. Here's Bond firing a pass that is complete on the far sidelines. Finally, the ball carrier is knocked out of bounds, but he picked up enough for another first and 10. And for the 5th time tonight, East Central is threatening. Trojan ball deep in Spartan territory again. Snap from center. Bond rolls to the near side. Stop in the play as a penalty flag is called. And it's going to be maybe 5 yards against East Central. See what the rules. Yes, it'll be a mark off against the Trojans. Sort of illegal procedure or what. The officials really don't signal what the penalties are. Trojans snap from center, another flag. That was on the far side, and this one may be against the Spartans. Let's see. Right. Penalty against the Spartans. They call it an offside this time. The ball at the 20-yard line. Connersville 20. Here's the Bond rolling out. Almost caught. Finally is caught by the ankle and coughs off the football, but no Spartan around it to recover. So it'll be Trojan ball. And second and 10 coming for them at the Connersville 20.
Second and 10.
Snap from center. Pile up behind the line of scrimmage.
And off goes number 13, Jake Bank.
There's going to be a loss on the play and third down for
With the stop,
the Trojans.
36, Chance Bentley. Gain of a couple makes it 3rd and 8.
Ready for the snap. Trojans up by a 28-0 score. Here's a pass to the far sidelines, and the receiver catches it, but immediately dropped by a Spartan. 7 minutes and 45 seconds to play in the first half.
Number 88. David Badescu with the catch.
So a 4th
15
down.
with the tackle, that's Gavin Lynch.
Ball is on the 14-yard line. It's 4th and 4 for the Trojans. They're in Connersville territory. Here's a field goal attempt by the Trojans.
Field goal attempt, no good.
It's blocked by CHS, so the 3-point try for A Central fails, and it will be Spartan ball. Deep in their own territory, Connersville takes over. Clock reads 7:09 to go, first half.
Spartans will take over.
Deep in their own territory, CHS trying to figure out how to get this defense of B Central, how do you penetrate it. Tough. We pointed out a couple of times they have a defensive average of 4.2 points a game in 6 games. They've had 3 shutouts in their 6 victories.
Spartans handoff up the middle, number 9, Evan Schaefer.
Spartans pick up a yard on that play. Now they huddle. This is a tough team.
Half with the tackle.
This East Central
And
Trojans.
1, 2nd and 9.
See what the Spartans call on this play. Their passing plays and their running plays, they've not been very successful. Here's a pile up as a Boyer carrier for the Spartans getting free. That might be Schaefer. Let's see. No, Adam Kelly on the keeper rolls the ball up, and it's a 1st and 10 for the Spartans, I believe.
Stop by Trojans, number 21. Anthony Lothar
1st and
Jr.
10 for Connersville. Good play by CHS. Football resting at the 31-yard line of Connersville as they prepare to put it in play. We have just over 6 minutes to remain first half, with East Central up 28-0. Here's a play up to the middle and no gain on the play. Back team may have been pushed back. We're waiting for the players to umpire. He lost about a yard, so it's going to be 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11.
Spartans huddle. Cully comes to the near side to get the play. Spartans need to get a big gain here to help on a 3rd down. Cully calls out the signals. Ball was on the ground for a minute. And again, it's going to be a 3rd and 2 for the Spartans. Rather a third and about 8. And now here come the Spartans to huddle. Trying to find holes in that East Central defense. Now here's a stop in the play as a timeout being called. That'll be the second for the Spartans of this first half of tonight's game. You're allowed 3 timeouts in a game, first in each half. Next week, the Spartans will be home to host the Lawrenceburg Tigers, and that will be the final home game of the season. In 2 weeks from tonight, we'll be in Batesville, and that will wrap up the regular season. On October the 13th, the IHSAA will make the sectional pairings and assignments, so that's coming up on the 13th. Don's Auto Sales and Tires at 126 West 2nd Street gives you the very best deal in tires. Don's has all major brands available, and they will be happy to talk to you for tires about your car. You can rely on Don's Auto Sales and Tires in business for over 40 years. And Don's Auto Sales has a large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles and prices ranging from $1,000 to $30,000. Need new tires or a quality vehicle? Available from Don's Auto Sales and Tires, 126 West 2nd Street, Connersville. The phone number is 825-7730.
Penalty on the Trojans.
There's a play by the Spartans, and it results in a penalty on East Central, and that will move the football and make it 3rd and 4 for Connersville at their own 38-yard line. Here's the snap. Kelly fires a pass that will fall incomplete. And now it's 4th down and 4 for Connersville. Good coverage of the receivers by East Central, preventing that ball from being complete. Here we go. Spartans go to work. Needing 4 for 1st and 10. No, they're punting it off, so taking no chances on East Central taking over on downs in great field position. But they will take over, and it will be around the 41-yard line of Connersville. Trojan ball, and they're up 28-0 in tonight's game from East Central High School. 4 minutes and 13 seconds remain to go in the first half. Spartans line up on defense. Tight formation by East Central. There's a man getting loose. Oh, finally dragged down at the 49-yard line of Connersville, but a good run by Jake Fike. Kids are leading racer on this ball team.
11. 1st and 10 Trojans.
Okay, they have the football at the Connersville 49, 1st and 10. Comes a snap, come into the near side now, finding a hole and picking up big yardage and still going and heading for the end zone is number 13, Jake Fike for East Central.
Number 13, Jake Fike with big carry, but there is a penalty flag.
Now let's see what's happening on the field. They're going to call it back. Penalty on the play. It will be against East Central. Holding penalty is going to be called against an East Central player. So they bring the ball back, and it will be a walk-off. Now they get it into East Central territory and stop at the 42-yard line. Big walk-off against the Trojans. Stops the clock at 3:36 to go. Now come the Trojans with 1st and 20. Here's the snap. Here's Bond firing, hitting a man at the 50-yard line, and he's on his way along the sidelines, finally dragged down by a Spartan.
Number 88, David Manescu.
Good tackle by the Spartans as they were led on that particular play. It was a combination thing, but we'll really give Chance Bentley credit for the tackle. But a big pickup, and it'll be 1st and 10 for East Central. They're in Spartan territory. The ball is at the 38 of Connersville. Trojans up 28-0 in this game. Here's the handoff, and number 13 finds a hole and gets the ball close to the yardage needed for a 1st and 10. Let's see what the officials rule. It will be a 1st and 10 coming up as he carries the ball to the 30-yard line, right near the 30.
Makes it 2nd and 1.
It's just under 3 minutes to go in the first half. I'm going to call it a 2nd and 1 for East Central after that run by Fike. There's a pileup near the line of scrimmage. Here's another flag thrown.
Bond keeps it, taken down by number 9.
Evan Schaefer in on the tackle for the Spartans, but I'm not sure if that's this is going to be against the Spartans. See if the officials, how many yards we walk off here. A 5-yard penalty against the Spartans will make it a 1st and 10 for East Central. Ball is inside the 25. Here's the ball carrier coming to the near side, finally being chased by a Spartan, and he has help to drag him down. But close to the 15-yard line, Adam Kelly was in on the tackle, along with a couple of teammates. See where they spot the ball as East Central's deep in Connersville territory.
Gain of 10, 1st and 10 Trojans.
It'll be a 1st and 10 for them at around the 11-yard line. Now the snap from center. Rolling out to the far side and firing and hitting a player in the end zone for a touchdown. That was Bond, the quarterback.
Touchdown, East Central.
As
Pass complete to number 15, Trey Warner.
Trojans go up to a 34-0 score as we have 2 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the first half. So the Trojans score again. This is a scoring machine. It'll go with the point after try. Will be a kick. It's on its way. No signal yet from the officials. After football went to the far end of the field, and it was brought out. Trying to find out what the officials are ruling here. Everyone's standing around. They rule all sides against the Spartans. Okay, a second attempt coming up here. That was good. And that puts the score
Extra
at
points at number 48.
35 to nothing
Good.
with 2:04 to go in the first half. So the Trojans score again, and Spartans keep fighting in this game, but nothing seems to go right for these kids. So the ball will be spotted at or placed down at the 40-yard line by the official. And the Trojans kick off once again to CHS. Scoreboard reads 35 to nothing. Connorsville trailing with 2 minutes and 4 seconds to play in the first half. Been a long first half for the Spartans. Here is the Trojans kickers lining up. It's on its way, and it will be taken by Gavin Lynch at about the 5-yard line on the far sidelines, and he is brought down after getting the fall to about the 20-yard line. Spartan offense comes back on the field.
Number 1, Carter DeBoard.
Waiting for the official to place the ball down. It's going to be sighted at the 20-yard line, placed down at the 20. Spartans 80 yards from the end zone. They haven't visited it yet. Kelly barks out the signals, pitches out to a teammate who gets across the line of scrimmage. Let's see who it is.
Number 9, Schaefer with the carry.
Evan Schaefer carried the ball. And it's a 1-yard gain, so a second down and 9 for Connorsville. It's a timeout being taken now. That's the third timeout of the first half. Reed Health Sports Medicine provides athletic trainers to the Connorsville Spartans through the support of Reed Foundation. Athletic trainers are normally present at most practice and sporting events. They can respond to an injury within seconds, determine the immediate needs of the athlete, and either begin treatment or initiate emergency management within the first few minutes. If your athlete is rehabbing from a sports injury, Reed Health offers outpatient physical therapy at 1941 Virginia Avenue in Connorsville. Play's about to be resumed here as we are under 2 minutes left to play in the first half. Trojans up 35 to nothing. Spartans on the attack. 2nd and 9. Here we go, up to the middle, and no gain on the play. Well, maybe a foot or so.
Number 9, Schaefer with the carry.
Ball placed down, Spartan territory, down 35 to nothing here as the first half comes to a close.
Timeout.
Now there's another timeout being taken. That last one was by East Central, and this is the third one by the Spartans. Clock stopped at 1 minute and 45 seconds to go in the first half of this game. Well, the Spartans trying their best here to stop this steamroller of an East Central team. Kind of think these kids from East Central have magnets on their helmets, and it draws them into the end zone. It seems like they've got some kind of magic power here tonight. I'm not sure. Okay, timeout's over. Teams break. They line up, and here we go with, as we mentioned, just under 2 minutes left to play in the first half. It's a third down for the Spartans. 3rd and 8. 7 maybe. Here's a play. Kelly fires a pass that is over the head of the intended receiver. It's intended for Chad Owen, and it's incomplete, and it will be 4th down for the Spartans, and here comes Cole Martin. He's the punter for CHS. Okay, teams line up, and intended receiver, number 7 for East Central, is at the 50-yard line. That's Devin Donnerworth. And the punt will go out of bounds, and it was very short. Waiting for the officials where they'll place it inside the 30. Is where East Central will take over. 1:36 to go, first half. Exchange of footballs on the field. Okay, first play from scrimmage coming up for East Central. They fire a pass that will be complete. The long pass by boy is fired to the receiver into the end zone, and that puts the East Central team up 41-0. And the clock reads 1:26 in the first half. So you're getting ready for the point after try. It'll be a kick. Teams line up. Play clock starts. Kick is on its way. And this one is good. And that puts the score to 41-0 in favor of the East Central Trojans. 42-0. We forgot to add the extra point, which tonight has been automatic after every TD by the Trojans. They have been able to get the extra point, and that's Jason Poindexter who is doing it. And they've got a girl kicker too, Sophie Browndyke. Okay, ready for the kickoff as the official hands the kicker for East Central the football. He will place it on the 40-yard line. Walks back to around the 30. Now leads his team, and to the football he goes. And it's Gavin Lynch at the 5-yard line again. And Gavin gets up to about a 20, let's see where they umpire. Clock running with 1:20.
Number 15, Gavin Lynch with the kickoff return.
So the Spartans go on defense once again. It'll be 1st and 10. Spartans go on offense, I should say. Will be deep in their own territory. Let's see when the ball is spotted around the 25-yard line. They're on 25. Spartans will start play. Here they go. They break from the huddle. Adam Kelly at quarterback calls the signals. Takes a snap, and he hands off, and the ball carrier is dropped before he can make any forward progress. In fact, he's going to lose about 5 or 6 yards.
9, Evan Schaefer stopped in the backfield.
So it's going to be 2nd and 16 for the Spartans. They're on 16-yard line. They huddle. We're in the final minute of this first half. Receivers wide to the right and left for Kelly. takes a snap, a low snap, and he really doesn't get control of it before he's caught and dropped. Another loss on the play by the Spartans. Third coming up. No, they won't move the ball. Keep it at the line of scrimmage. As the clock is winding down, that may be the final play of the first half. 42 to nothing is our score as we near the end of the first half here at East Central tonight, and these Trojans are everything you've heard about them. Clock is at zeros, and that is the end of the first half of this ball game. Well, the Trojans have scored at will here tonight. In the first quarter, they scored with 7 minutes and 34 seconds to go, and they scored also with 6 minutes and 3 seconds left in the first quarter of play. And they scored with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to play as they scored again to make it 21 to nothing at the end of the first quarter. They scored early at the beginning of the second quarter, making it 28 to nothing with 2 minutes and 4 seconds. They scored again to make it 35 to nothing, and with just seconds on the clock in the first half, they scored the final time in the first half to make it 42 to nothing. Trojans lead in this ball game. They have a 6-0 record going into it, and the Spartans are still trying to get a score in this ball game, and they'd like to get a win sometime here because they are 0-6 as this ball game got underway. As we mentioned, they will be home to Lawrenceburg with a final home game a week from tonight, and then 2 weeks from tonight the regular season ends, and that will be a game played at Batesville Bulldogs Field. Well, we're at halftime, and a cold evening, as we talked about earlier. A clear and cold night at East Central. East Central is located near St. Leon, Indiana, and the biggest school in the conference that the Spartans play with about a 1,200 enrollment. Urban Winkler Funeral Home in Connorsville and Liberty is a family-owned funeral home. Urban Winkler Funeral Home considers it an honor to be selected to care for a family member at the time of a passing. The friendly staff at Urban Winkler Funeral Home pledges to care for all your family needs to the best of their ability. 2 locations to serve you in Connorsville at 513 West 8th Street, in Liberty at 310 North Main Street. This is Youth Night here at East Central, and prior to the ball game, they introduced, seems like 100 kids, well, hundreds of kids, I should say, that play elementary football here at East Central. It was quite a show of a lot of youngsters on the field, and they were pleased with the applause of the East Central fans. They have a great program here at East Central. They start these youngsters very early in organized football, and it is paying off. So we're happy to be here tonight. Sorry that the Spartans haven't been able to penetrate that defense of East Central. It's a good one. As we pointed out, they have won 6 ball games and lost none going into tonight's game. And their defensive average per game is they've allowed their opponents 4.2 points a game. So if you score 6 points against this team, that would be quite an achievement, apparently. We're at halftime, and it is a big score in favor of the home East Central Trojans. We're happy to have you join us here on TV3 for this sports presentation.
Logan Brayman is accompanied by Alice Hill and Michael Brayman. He has been a member of the band for 4 years.
They are having a ceremony. We are on the visitors' side here tonight, so we can't really see what's happening on the far side, but this is some of the halftime ceremony that the East Central Trojans have. This Trojan team won in 2015. They won the 4A Class State Championship, beating Fort Wayne Dwenger like a 27-3 score. And since then, they have been in the running as they have a long string of sectional wins.
Study criminal law and become a detective.
Light field here, that is artificial turf that they play on. And this field isn't all that old. I'm not sure when it was constructed and the artificial turf was installed. They are up in this ball game, conference game, and they are playing great offense and great defense. And Spartans are not giving up. They are playing hard. As we talked about, it will be Lawrenceburg at Connersville a week from tonight, final home game, and then the final game 2 weeks from tonight, it'll be at Batesville. Our sponsors are happy to be bringing you Spartan Sports this season here on TV3, and they include the Eye Center of Connersville, Wilson Lawson Myers Insurance Agency, Urban Winkler Funeral Home, Mancino's Pizza and Grinders, Foles Flooring, FCN Bank. It's also being brought to you by Edward Jones, Financial Advisor, Don's Auto Sales and Tires, by Reed Health Connersville, George's Pharmacy and Medical Equipment, by American Heritage Realty. They are all happy to be supporting the Spartans in their sports efforts. Be bringing you the final 2 games of the football season and all the football games during all the basketball seasons games during the season, with the girls starting in early November, and the boys will be starting their ball game on the Wednesday night before Thanksgiving with their usual opponent, the Union County Patriots. So we're looking forward to the basketball season for CHS. This East Central team
is a gold medal winner at the state solo and ensemble contest. Silas is also a member of the drama club.
As we pointed out, have 127 kids on the roster, and
computer science.
That's quite a bit. They have a bus caravan when they go out of town.
Is accompanied by Jay and Julie Dudley. Alex has been a member of the band for 4 years. Alex is an Indiana.
They're honoring some of the band members on the far sidelines here tonight.
And a recipient of the academic jacket. Alex has also been a member of the 4-H program for 10 years. A member of the
this is kind of a special night. Every time the Spartans go to a visiting school, they always seem to have a special night. We're at halftime, and on this special night, it's a special one for the East Central Trojans, as they have shut out the Spartans 42-0 so far in this game. So it's been all East Central, as they have scored often in tonight's game. East Central is, as we pointed out, the largest school in the conference, and the Spartans haven't been able to have any luck trying to beat them since the Spartans joined the conference some 8-9 years ago. So it's a real task, but a lot of schools have tried, and a lot of schools have found themselves, like the Spartans, down in this ball game. But things could change. Hopefully we will find a combination here. Coach Kelly and his assistants will be talking to the team, trying to make adjustments. With this East Central team, they have a head coach and they have 20 assistant coaches. So they are well coached. They have a coach just about for everything. In fact, in their JV team games, they have different units of 11 players each that one will make a play, 4 downs, and then come off the field, and another whole group of 11 kids will run on the field to play the next series of downs. So it's an interesting program here they have at East Central, and it's been very successful. They're successful in most of their sports endeavors. And Connersville's soccer team will be coming here next Wednesday to take on East Central in soccer as the sectionals are getting underway, the first of the week around Indiana in soccer. And they will take on East Central, and hopefully they will advance. Our soccer team coached by Mike Bottomley and John Reynolds, and we wish those youngsters the best of luck as their season is nearing an end.
Imogen Grubbs is accompanied by Dusty.
It will be Spartans and East Central resuming play here shortly. Here on TV3, it's 42-0 for the Trojans out in front of CHS. We're going to take a break right now and let you listen to what's going on over the PA system as they are having their halftime ceremony. We were hoping the band would play and they would entertain us during that time, but the band has sort of disappeared, so no band at halftime here at East Central. We'll be talking more in just a few minutes.
And is also a member of the ECHS Jazz Ensemble.
Hi, everybody. Once again from Trojan Field, the East Central High School football field. We welcome you to this sports presentation on TV3 of the Spartans taking on the East Central Trojans in high school football. And not very good news, of course, because the Trojans have scored in every quarter tonight, the first quarter and the second quarter, and have a commanding 42-0 lead over CHS. The teams are back on the field now, and so are the referees, and we're about to begin the second half of play and see if the Spartans can have better luck. Hopefully we will, and wipe that zero off the scoreboard here at Trojan Field. The toughest game of the season for the Spartans. They're playing the toughest team on the schedule, and as we pointed out in the early beginning, they are the 10th ranked team in Indiana high school football. There are 454 high schools playing football, and this team we're watching here tonight is ranked number 10. So they're a tough team to beat, as nobody has this season, and we're going to see what the Spartans can do here at halftime. These kids haven't given up, and hopefully they turn things around. Things go right for them, and they can get on the scoreboard. They have yet to do that this season as they go into this season into tonight's game of game number 7, and they are 0-6. We're about to have the kickoff here, just a little over a minute remaining. During that halftime, East Central honored the senior members of their band. That's the reason they didn't perform on the field. As we talked about, CHS will be home to Lawrenceburg next Friday night, and to Batesville 2 weeks from tonight for the final home game, final away game, and final game of the season. We hope you'll come to Spartan Field on Friday when they meet Lawrenceburg, and also it is going to be senior night when seniors will be honored, and it will be pink out night when they will talk about the success in the battle for people with cancer, and it's always a very emotional night. So that's a week from tonight at Spartan Stadium. The horn sounds, and the teams will gather around their coaches. Again, as we pointed out, they have 127 kids on this roster here at East Central. And they have a head coach, and he has 20 assistants. So they have a great program here at this school at St. Leon. Clock is showing 12 for the third quarter, and we are about to begin and see if things have changed for Connersville. East Central plays some Cincinnati schools. In Ohio, football is considered the sport, as in Indiana it is basketball. So they wander into Ohio, play a couple of teams, and usually come out the victor, which they did yesterday. They played Harrison and Oak Hills in Ohio, won both the ball games. Although Harrison did test them, they forced them into an overtime before East Central won that ball game. The official out there counting bodies on the field, I think, right now, and we're ready for the kickoff. And it will be Cole Martin. He'll be placing the ball down as the tip of the coin toss before the ball game was in favor of East Central, and they deferred to take the opening kickoff of the second half. So here we go. Cole places it down on the 40. Scoreboard again reading 42 East Central, nothing Connersville. Cole boots it, a good one. This time it will be taken at the 10, and the receiver up court to the Spartan defense gets to the 35, the 40. There's a flag thrown as he keeps going, and he's heading for the end zone, and is finally dragged down at the 15-yard line by a Spartan who chased him up the field.
Number 7, Devin Donworth with the big
Okay,
return.
let's see what the flag's all about here. We've had a lot of penalties tonight.
Down to the Spartan 17-yard line.
Okay, the players come back now. We're waiting for the decision on the referees on the kickoff return. A holding foul is going to be called on the Spartans.
Penalty on the play.
Okay, officials will confer here in a second. And they're going to place the football at the 30-yard line. Holding penalty. And players will come back upfield.
Trojans will take over first and 10.
A lot of
Ball thrown 29.
a lot of penalties in this ball game too. Ball at the 30. It'll be first and 10 for the Trojans at the Spartans 30. And it's a pileup of players at the 37-yard line.
Hunter Sons.
Pickup of about 4 or 5. Second down coming up for East Central.
Gain of 3, second and 7.
Spartan territory, or in their own territory. Receivers right and left. Here's the snap to center, and big yardage picked up by the ball carrier as he's racing along the far sidelines. Finally caught and pushed out of bounds at around the 30.
With the big carry, finally brought down by number 9, Evan Schaefer.
So deep in the territory on the first run from scrimmage is East Central. They will spot the ball inside the 30, I believe, around the 29 of Connersville. No, it's on the 30, so it's first and 10 on the Connersville 30-yard line for East Central, and they're up 42-0. Here's a snap, a handoff at the quarterback. They pick up a little yardage. No, he's still running. I thought he was down once. There's a run into the end zone. Would you believe another touchdown by this East Central team? I thought he was stopped at about the 15-yard line, but he just kept going and finally got into the end zone. So the second half starts with a touchdown by East Central with 9:43 left to play in the third quarter. So they are up in this ball game, 48-0 right now. And here's the extra point try. It'll be a kick, and it's on its way. It's missed, I believe. No, official rules it inside the goal, and that's their 49th point. So they're up 49-0 over the Spartans. 9:43 on the third quarter clock. This team is just unstoppable. Seems as though they score every time they get the football. Well, the Spartans await the East Central kick. Okay, the Trojans line up, kicking off again to CHS. And I believe we have gone to a continuous clock. From now on, it will, once a team has a 35-point or greater margin, they call a mercy rule put into effect. And the clock would only stop now at the quarter and for an injured player. Kick taken by the Spartans. Upfield to the... They spot the ball around the 30-yard line. Let's see where they finally put it down. It'll be no inside the 30. Spartans will be taking over inside their own territory and trying to get a score here. Clock shows 8 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in this third period. Kelly, quarterback, has it. And up to the middle and no gain. In fact, thrown for a loss. The ball carrier. So the clock continues to run as they
Number 52, David Nash,
move
takes
the
the ball.
football. Fumble on the play as the ball knocked loose from the Spartan ball carrier, and it will be East Central football. Deep in Connersville territory once again. How many times have we said that tonight? So a costly fumble by the Spartans, and the football is resting around the 15-yard line. Here come the Trojans back on offense. 7 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock.
Penalty before the play.
Well, no, stop the action here. Let's see what this is all about. A walk-off against East Central. I haven't seen very many of them tonight. So it will be first down and about 19.
5-yard penalty. First and 15.
They got a first and 15 was a 5-yard penalty for against the Trojans. Here's the snap. Ball carrier gets to the Spartans line and is finally going to be brought down, but it will be about back to the line of scrimmage around the 10. Okay, second play coming up.
And off number 29.
The second and 5 for the Trojans, Connersville territory.
10, second and 5.
Clock has 6 minutes left to play, third period. Here's the snap, here's the pitch out to number 20, and he picks up a little bit of yardage. That's Lucas Grove.
There's a penalty on the play.
A penalty flag down, let's see. Yes. Official picks up his yellow flag and marches off against East Central again. This is a 10-yard mark off. No, second down for the Trojans. Here's the snap. Ball carrier, is he in the end zone? Let's see. No, I don't think so. Let's see what's happening here. They're on the far side of the field. And 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go as the clock is running. Line up the Trojans on offense near the Spartan goal line. Now there's a drive up through the middle. It's like a... Nope, not a score. I thought it was a score for a minute.
Number 38, Grant
No, they did get a score. It's sort of hard to see from our area just what's happening. That makes it 55-0 in favor of Bay Central. There's a point after try. Another kick attempt. No, the run is tried to run it in on a 2-point conversion, and it failed. So the score is, with 3 minutes and 42 seconds to go in the third period, East Central 55 and Connersville nothing. It's been all Trojans here tonight. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. And that's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Connersville Spartan Sports. Contact your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Gina Hartman, Devin Hornsby, and Gary Reepsummer, for your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC. Okay, here we go with another kickoff by East Central. That young guy has to be getting tired, I think. They're up 55-0. We have 2 minutes and a half to go in the third period as the clock does not stop. Here is the boot. It'll be taken by Spartan on the far sidelines. No run back.
Number 17, Braden Jones catches the kickoff.
And here we go with the Spartans on offense, still trying to do something about that. 0 on the scoreboard here. 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go, third period. Connersville breaks in the huddle. Ball at the 25-yard line. They're on 25. First and 10. Here is ball carrier brought down. And slowly getting up is the Spartan, the ball carrier. There's a loss on the play of about 6 yards. So it's going to be second and 16 for Connersville. We're at 1 minute and 12 seconds to go, third period. Ball snap. Kelly hands off, and the ball carrier moves into the middle of that defensive line of East Central. Now it will be third down and 16 for Connersville. Down to 35 seconds. Sure the Spartans will get the ball in play or not, but the play clock shows 15 seconds to go. Spartans line up on offense. Here's a ball snap. Kelly will keep the football, runs to his left, fires left, and got a man leading the pack into the field. And the Spartans will score. 6 points for CHS, and the Spartan fans are happy for the first time here tonight. That was quite a catch. And it was Braxton Myers, a freshman at CHS, who grabbed that football at about the 50-yard line and led everybody into the end zone. Nice play by the Spartans. Coming at the end of the third period of tonight's ball game. 55-6 right now. Let's see if the Spartans can do about an extra point. Kids line up. Gavin Lynch will be holding for the kicker, Cole Martin. Spartans score in this ball game just as the third quarter is drawing to an end. Here's the boot by Cole, and it's good.
Extra point check, number 27.
55-7 is the score. Well, the Spartans would like to have about 10 of those here tonight, but it wasn't to be. We will begin the fourth period as Connors will be kicking off to East Central. So they caught the Trojans with a receiver beyond the Trojans, and Braxton Myers scores for TD for CHS. Eye Center of Connorsville provides vision care for every member of your family. This includes treatment for eye diseases and injuries, just one of its many services. Services that include glasses and contacts, frames for every budget, sunglasses, a large selection of eyewear. Complete vision care for every member of your family. Yours at Eye Center of Connorsville. Scheduling an appointment for a complete eye exam is as easy as a phone call to 825-6000. Eye Center of Connorsville, located at 2045 Virginia Avenue. Here's the kickoff, and here's a East Central kid grabbing the football and hugging the near sidelines, and pretty good return because we'll have his team in Connorsville territory on the kickoff, and it will be at the 40-yard line. So East Central once again moves the football, and we've seen quite an offensive show here tonight, but the Spartans have a TD. Okay, here we go with teams lining up. We're in the fourth period of play here tonight, 11:01 on the clock. Ball be placed at the 25-yard line, their own 25, and here come the Trojans once again. Here's a snap, here's a handoff, a runner coming to the near side, and grabbed around the neck by a Spartan, but I don't see any flag. Thought maybe a horse car was going to be called. So no pickup by East Central. Is going to be 2nd and 10. Good stop by the Spartans. Teams line up. Quarterback Bond calls out the play, and hands off, and the runner is picking up some yardage on the far side and finally dropped at the near the 40. Here comes a yellow flag. Well, the officials going to wear out the flags tonight, it seems, and need new ones for the next time they officiate a game. Like they're going to walk it off against the Spartans. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They stopped at 12, so I miscounted. So a penalty gives the Spartans, the Trojans, a first down. Football at the Trojans' 49-yard line. Here's the ball carrier coming in the near side, breaks through the Spartan defenders and headed for the end zone. And another touchdown by
Touchdown, East Central, number
Trojans
29,
tonight.
Samuel Ringer rushes 49 yards into the end zone.
So the score increases once again, and we will put it at 61-7. This is Trojans all the way mostly here tonight, except for that couple of minutes when the Spartans scored. Here's a try after. It goes up and it looks good. That will be the 62nd point scored by East Central tonight, and the Spartans has 7 points. No, what happened? We're going to do it again. Let's see what the officials are going to rule. Clock shows 8 minutes to play in tonight's game. I'm not sure what the ruling is on this. They're going to kick it again anyway. Snap. That was good.
Extra point attempt is good.
So that is officially the 62nd point for the home East Central Trojans here tonight. Okay, we're getting ready for the kickoff to them. Cole Martin has really been a busy guy tonight. Wilson Lawson Myers Insurance Agency is dedicated to protecting you and your family at a price you can afford. Wilson Lawson Myers are licensed insurance professionals striving to be your agency of choice. Wilson Lawson Myers is an independent agency representing numerous companies for all your needs. Finding the right insurance begins with finding the right agency, and that is Wilson Lawson Myers Insurance Agency at 521 Central Avenue in Connersville. Phone 825-5111. 6.5 minutes to play in tonight's ball game, and it will be the Spartans about to receive the kickoff by East Central. Okay, here we go. Everybody in place, and the official raises his arm and signals for the young man from East Central to kick the football, which he does, and it will be taken by number 15, Gavin Lynch, near the end zone, but he's out of the end zone, but dropped at about the 8-yard line. Okay, 5 minutes and 47 seconds to play in the game. We are in the continuous clock situation where the clock does not stop, only for an injured player to be attended to. Okay, Spartans ready to go on defense deep in their own territory. They'll move the football to around the 10-yard line, where the Spartans will put it in play. Line up. Up through the middle, the ball carrier. I think he stopped around the line of scrimmage.
And up the middle, short game. 2nd and 9.
It is. It's well, he picked up a couple of yards, so we'll call it 2nd and 8. Four minutes and 40 seconds to play. Here's the ball. Kelly running to the far side and just missed the receiver at about the 35-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down coming up for CHS. 4 minutes to go in tonight's game. East Central jumped off to a big lead, and at halftime they were ahead 55-7. We know at the end of the third quarter, 55-7. 55-0 at halftime.
Penalty before the play. Offside, Trojan.
Penalty on the play. It's going to be an offside, 5-yard walk-off against East Central. That will make the stakes a little bit. It'll be 3rd and 4 for Connersville. Okay, here we go. Here come the Spartans. Let's see what happens. Didn't like nothing better than to score again, but time is running out. Here's a loose football, and let's see who fell on it first.
Fumble with the snap.
Apparently the Spartans recovered, but it's going to be 4th and 11.
Couple yards lost on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Clock running. 2:43 to go. And a tough game for the Spartans tonight, a tough loss, but meeting a number 10 ranked team in Indiana, all of Indiana high school football. A tough job going into this game, and they knew it. Here's a punt by Cole, which will bounce around the 40, 45-yard line. It'll be down by Spartan. That'll be East Central.
Carsville punt down.
East Central will take over at the 45 of Connersville. 2 minutes left to go. Come the East Central team. Clock continues to run. There's no stopping it after they go to the mercy rule, they call it, or it's. Here's a thrown for a loss as the Spartans get to the quarterback and dropped him back in East Central territory at the 46-yard line. 10-yard loss on the play. 2nd and 20 for the Trojans. Here they come, a bunch of clean uniforms on Trojans out there, so these kids are getting some varsity play as the starting team is getting a rest. Here's a ball carrier running to the far side. That's number 46. He's streaking into the end zone as he has a lot of companions, and it's touchdown.
Touchdown, East Central, number 46. Gabe Bass.
That will really
Correction, number 46, Trey Omer.
Be the final score of this ball game as we have a half a minute left to play. (68-7) is the final score, or well, not the final score. It could be 69, and it is. That is the 69th point of this ball game for East Central, and they defeat Connersville tonight by a 69-7 score. They go to 7-0. Losses on the season, 7-0. The Spartans are just the reverse. They're 0-7. 2 games remaining on the regular season. Lawrenceburg at Connersville next Friday. 2 weeks from tonight, the Spartans will be at Batesville for the final game. The final score of this game again, 69-7 in favor of East Central as they put on quite an offensive show here tonight. Tonight's game on TV3 has been brought to you by American Heritage Realty, George's Pharmacy and Medical Equipment, by Reed Health Connersville, Don's Auto Sales and Tires, Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Game's also been brought to you by SCN Bank, Foles Flooring, Mancino's Pizza and Grinders, Urban Winkler Funeral Home, Wilson Lawson Myers Insurance Agency, Eye Center of Connersville. Happy to bring you this game. The sponsors and everybody wishes it had been a little bit of a different turnout here as the Spartans fall to East Central 69-7 at Trojan Field in East Central. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Spartan Sports here on TV3. We look forward to having you join us for our next ball game when the Spartans take on Lawrenceburg at Spartan Field. Final again, 69-3. Good night, everybody, from Trojan Field in East Central.